Let's be honest, the original Mokka wasn't really that good. It had an unsettled ride and a poorly finished interior, but it was phenomenally successful because it offered buyers SUV styling at a knockdown price. This all-new second generation Mokka certainly gets a thumbs up for the styling, but what's it like in those other areas? That's precisely what this review will investigate. But before we begin, please do subscribe to the CarGurus UK YouTube channel for lots more car reviews and other videos. And by clicking on the bell icon, you can turn on notifications so that you'll always know instantly when a new one goes live. Now, the new Mokka isn't just a new model for Vauxhall, it's a statement of intent. It's the first car to use its new design language, and that means that other Vauxhalls are going to have elements of its styling as well, which is a positive because we think it looks brilliant. The looks change slightly depending on which of the trims you choose because each one comes with a different combination of contrasting colours for the wheels, roof, window trims and other body elements. Before we delve any deeper into the Mokka, let's look at 5 things you need to know. Number 1, there's an electric version. The Mokka E has an official range of just over 200 miles and charging it up takes around 7.5 hours on a 7 kilowatt home charger or half an hour if you can find a 100 kilowatt public rapid charger. Number 2, engines. If an electric car is not for you, then there are 2 1.2 litre turbocharged petrol engines to choose from. One has 99 horsepower and the other one has 128 horsepower. If diesel is more your bag, then you can go for a 1.5 litre diesel with 108 horsepower. Number 3 is trims available. SE trim comes with alloy wheels, cruise control and automatic lights and wipers. SRI trim adds heated front seats, electronic climate control and extra styling elements, while Elite Nav trim gets navigation plus some extra USB ports. Ultimate Nav trim tops that up with upgraded seat trim, a wireless phone charger, keyless entry and start and upgraded infotainment. Infotainment, in fact, is number 4. SE, SRI and Elite trims have a 7-inch instrument screen and a 7-inch touchscreen that supports DAB radio, Bluetooth, 6 speakers, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Meanwhile, SRI Nav Premium, Elite Nav Premium and Ultimate Nav cars have an upgraded arrangement that gives you a 10-inch touchscreen and 12-inch instrument panel. Finally, number 5 is safety. All Mokkas have automatic emergency braking, traffic sign recognition, lane departure warning and lane keeping assistance, and all but the entry-level car have adaptive cruise control, a reversing camera and parking sensors of some variety. The car hasn't yet been tested by Euro NCAP, but Vauxhall will be hoping for the same 5-star rating achieved by the previous Mokka way back in 2012. The Mokka is a small SUV, but it still needs to be practical enough to meet the demands of a small family. It only has a 350 litre capacity, which is a little small for the class, and it's got this big load lip, so you have to lug items over it down into the boot, which is a little awkward. All versions get split folding rear seats, but they don't lie quite flat and you're left with a big old step in the floor. The top half of the range gets a movable boot floor that helps even out both the step and the lip, but that means there are plenty of versions that don't get it. Getting into the back is a little more difficult than it should be because the door openings are quite small and then there's this protruding piece of bodywork that you have to sort of curl yourself over to get in. And it's not ideal once you're in either. If you're pushing 6 foot, you will find that headroom is in short supply. I'm only 5'4.5", so I'm okay. And there is plenty of legroom even for slightly taller people. Now, when it comes to the width of the cabin, it's quite narrow, so fitting 3 people side by side is going to be a little bit squishy. In fact, most of its rivals have more space in the back. Things feel roomier up front and there's plenty of adjustment in your seat and steering wheel, so you should be able to find a comfortable driving position. And the high set seat helps to give that commanding view of the road, even if the car itself is barely any taller than your average Super Mini. Most of the switches and buttons on the dashboard are logically placed and clearly marked, and you have physical aircon controls to adjust temperature and fan speed, although it's quite annoying that if you want to change the direction of the airflow, you have to delve into convoluted infotainment menus. The rest of the infotainment system is arranged reasonably logically, but rival systems are easier to find your way around and it could be a little bit quicker. That said, this digital instrument panel looks great and is really clear, and there are a range of different information layouts to choose from depending on how you want to prioritise the information. On the quality front, there's a fair amount of glitz in here with some gloss black panelling and some other trim details to really jazz things up. But you don't have to look too hard to find that hard, scratchy plastic that is not quite so appealing. Ride comfort was always an area that the old Mokka struggled with, and when it was primarily used for small families, this was a big problem. The new Mokka, however, does not suffer with the same issue. There's still a distinctly firm edge to the ride, so lumps and bumps will jiggle you around in your seat more so than in many rivals, but it should still be comfortable enough for most tastes. Anyone interested in the Mokka E will be pleased to hear that it has a slightly more settled ride than the combustion engine car, presumably due to the extra weight of its batteries pressing down on its springs. You do feel that extra weight in the corners though. Turning the electric Mokka feels more dramatic than it does in the petrol, and you do feel those front tyres washing out a lot sooner if you enter a bend a little bit too fast. However, all Mokkas resist body roll reasonably well, so direction changes still feel pretty sharp. It's a pity then that the Mokka's steering is a bit, well, odd. There's a big dead zone in the middle, and when you turn it, not a lot really happens. And then, when it does start to react, it's really quick. It means you often have to make corrections to your initial inputs, and that can get quite annoying. Having said that, we've got no complaints about the 128 horsepower petrol engine fitted to this car. It's strong, eager, punchy, and it revs smoothly and quietly. You get a 6-speed manual gearbox as standard, but you can go for the 8-speed automatic, which is fitted to this car. It's smooth and it changes gears unobtrusively, and we really feel that it suits the nature of this engine, so it's an option well worth considering. So, as a family SUV, the Mokka isn't ideal because it trails its best rivals on comfort, practicality and quality. However, it's a lot closer to its rivals than it ever used to be, and you could argue it looks better than most of them. And in an image-conscious sector of the market, that is super important. It's not cheap compared with its rivals, but if you've already fallen in love with the way it looks, you've probably already made up your mind to buy one. What do you think of the Vauxhall Mokka? Why not tell us in the comments, and please remember to like and subscribe as well. Feel free to browse our channel for more new and used car reviews, and to find a great deal from a top-rated dealer on your next car, head over to cargurus.co.uk.